Well, this is our last Friday in 2023, and sadly, we're ending this year focusing on teens involved with guns or killed by people with guns. The last 2 weeks have been sullen as the city reels from violence impacting our kids. A week before Christmas, North Toledo teen Terrence Green allegedly gunned down by 2 adults, now charged with aggravated murder. Then 2 days later, 16-year-old Eric Scott was shot and killed in West Toledo. No relief even a day after Christmas as this frightening scene unfolds at Franklin Park Mall. Police say a 16-year-old accidentally fired his gun in the food court, injuring himself and another teen. These shootings may now have many wondering how to keep kids safe and guns out of our hands. We spoke to local leaders on what they think. Andre Norrells joins us live tonight with some of the ways local leaders say we could curb violence in our city. Andre?
Well, Dan, as shootings involving teens here in Toledo are on the rise, people are wondering what the solution is. And one former Toledo mayor is saying we all are a part of it. Michael Bell is a former mayor of Toledo. When it comes to teens with guns, he says teens are sometimes carrying them for their own safety.
So it's not to be on the attack as much as it is that I don't want to be without a gun. But that we're at that part anywhere in our city is not a good thing.
He thinks finding the solution is everyone's concern.
We're into an all hands on deck type situation where everybody inside the community, if they care about the quality of this community, has to get involved.
And that's what people like Earl Mack are doing. He's the president of Toledo Buffalo Soldiers. His chapter takes kids on outings and also talk with them in schools about multiple topics, including gun safety.
We ask how many have ever touched a gun. Almost all the hands in the room raised. How many have ever shot a gun? Half the room hands are raised.
Max says if kids stay busy, it might help keep them away from violence, something his chapter is doing in Toledo. But Max says it starts at home.
We do our part, but the busyness has to be at home with those parents. They have to keep kids busy, but not only do they have to keep kids busy, they need to know what their children are doing.
And he says that may mean invading your kids' privacy to some degree.
My nose is a big nose, and my children would tell you this nose was always in their business. And so parents need to stick that nose in their children's business.
Max says all adults need to set an example for kids, but even then, he says this problem won't be a quick fix.
We evolved to this. We didn't get to this position overnight, so it's going to take a while to get out of it.
And Bell says the problem needs to be addressed now, with conversations in the community with people who deal with gun violence to find some solutions.
If we don't do that, we're going to run people away from our city. Now, while all overall homicides are down in Toledo, teen homicides are up. Take a look at some of our data. It shows 11 kids died this year by firearms, including 1 killed by police in a robbery. That brings overall homicides to 43. Overall, there have been 33% fewer homicides this year, but the number of juveniles killed is up 31%. Reporting in East Toledo, Andre Norrells, WTOL 11.